Why the hell did I do that? I forgot to turn on my night lights, so I'm scared to go up to turn on my night lights. So I am fucking... Dude, these damn ads, I don't want... Wow, I'm gonna rage. Yo. The stream better not crash out. Oh, wait, you guys could barely see anything. Oh, my God. I gotta go make sure that the stream is also working also. Don't crash out, don't crash out, don't crash. Don't crash out, 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 don't crash out. Alright. Stream is working. It is literally pitch black, guys. Literally. If I were to turn on my flash... Ah, damn it. Where the hell is it? Yo, where's my flashlight? Aha, I found it. Oh, dang it. Flag landing over. There you go. That's not a there you go. There you go. Yo, it's always the freaking 3D hurricane. It's always the 3D hurricane that makes it more scarier. Like, look at him. It would be the same for old hurricane because they're both white. Yo, my flashlight's failing on me. Look at all. Hello. So, did you guys see that, whatchamacallit, whatever this is? Well, I was just working on the animation. So, it's the 11th. I only got 4 days left. The deadline is the 15th, guys. So, I am cooked. I am locking in as... Just to let you know, I have been doing some overnights by doing that animation. So, yeah, I'm pretty much cooked. So please, did I post a video of the new 500? Oh no, guys, hold on. You guys see new 500? Let's zoom in. If it's so damn blurry. New 500. Focus. Why aren't you so 500ing right now? Dude, I hate this. Whoa! Yo. New 500. It's not focusing. Oh. Fine, now zoom out. Is there... It's not focusing for some reason. The light just got brighter. Oh, now that's better. Look at new 500, guys. Hold on, I'm going to zoom in on him. Look at new 500. He is finally complete. Oh yeah, just to let you know, the back of his horn doesn't have those whole parts on him. So now he sounds even louder too. He's actually louder than he used to be, actually. Well, other than the first stator, I'm talking about the original stator. Since I'm talking about the original stator, he's actually louder with his original stator. I mean, look, with his new stator, which is the third attempt, just to let you know, guys, he is louder than the original stator that he once wore, which was black. So yeah, now we got 3 500s. Hold on, let me just go. Now we got 3 500s. Oh my god, I hate this thing. Look at them. We got fresh 500, old 500, and new 500. The 3 brothers, just like the 4 brothers of the Hurricanes. And the siblings of the Thunderbolts. You note that I said siblings. I said siblings. And we got the brothers of the 2001s. And I guess that's all for the signs that I made. With a billion of them. So basically, the mass-produced one that I made was the freaking Hurricanes, obviously. And it seems like the second one is actually... Well, the second one would have been the Thunderbolts. Wait, no, the second one would have been the 500s because the new... Wait. The second one would have been the 500s because I made the new AT before the 1003, so that's what I want to say. New AT is just chilling right there. 1003 is just chilling right there. You guys know. What? What do you mean? You'll say it? Say what? Say what? What are you gonna say? Here, I'm gonna try to leave the camera on, so you guys just stare at the whatever sirens there are. So let me go put this on the damn tripod if I could find it. There it is. Alrighty then. Alright. I'm gonna go somewhere, guys. I need to use the bathroom, so I'm gonna leave the flashlight right there. And you guys are gonna watch the sirens. Well, these sirens up there, you guys can barely see the bottom ones, but whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm gonna die. I'm back. It's scary. So... Oh, wait, I forgot. Stop! Don't say it! So what happened while I was gone? Did any of the sirens move? Or something? That would have been scary. That means that they would have been sentient. Or whatever. Don't tell me we're recreating that live stream that happened a year ago. Crap, we are. Crad. Why is this flashlight not as bright? I don't have any double A's. I think this flashlight would go better if I were to just raise it up like that. There you go. Now we could see most of the sirens. Yeah, there you go. Now we can see all of them. We could see 130 up there. Already did a face reveal. That was a couple of months ago. You guys keep on asking me to do that, and I already did one like a couple of months ago. Matter of fact, I did a stream a few days ago that had my face on it. So stop asking me this type of stuff. This kind of stuff. Just please, I already did I'm just saying that you missed out so much. I'm just saying. You missed out on so much. Can you make a 3T22? No. No. I am not making another solenoid siren. The 1003 was hard enough, and I am not gonna do another siren that has dampers. Well, I'm not gonna attempt a siren that has dampers. I am not doing that. No, I'm not attempting another coated siren. No, it's too hard for me. The 1003 was hard enough. But making a siren that has dampers, that's different than solenoids. Oh my god. Just no. No, it's already hard enough, so I'm not making a 3022. No. I do have a 2T22, but it seems like no one cares about him because the 3T22 is more overrated than the 2T22. I mean, I get it high-low, but there is barely any videos of a 3T22 testing high-low. I said barely. I know. Look, listen, I said barely. I didn't say none. I said barely. I know there is videos of a 3T22 doing high-low, but I said barely because, well, instead of barely, I could just say rarely. That rhymed. When are you gonna, what? When are you gonna make an alert? No, never. I'm going to make an alerter. Well, actually, no, not never, but I'm going to make an alerter whenever I get better at building stuff. Matter of fact, making rotating sirens. Why would you think I only have 4 out of the 19 sirens that rotate? Why would you think I only have 4 out of the 19 sirens, and you are literally looking at them? You are literally looking at them, the 2 500s and the 2 hurricanes up there. Those 4 are the only rotating sirens. The rest are static. Well, it'll make sense for the omnidirectional sirens. Is that what it's called? Is that the ones where they have multiple horns or just not move? No, Model 2T and the Cyclone doesn't have any horns. I'm stupid. I don't know how to explain it. Look. The Model 2T, Cyclone, Century 10V, 2T22, and the modulator don't rotate. But the majority of the sirens are supposed to be rotating sirens. Well, their type is a rotating siren. But since I still have a problem with making rotating sirens, especially for the 2 big ones, I just can't do it. So that's why I made them static, despite them being a type of rotating siren, but I'm making them static. Because like I said, making rotating sirens, for me, is literally a pain in the butt. And like I said, why would you think I would only have 4 out of the 19? I'm just saying, why would you think I would have 4 out of the 19 sirens that rotate? Matter of fact, it was hard enough to make blower sirens rotate. 130 and old hurricane. And yet people are commenting me, and yet people are telling me to just get slip rings and make it rotate. I am all out of motors and I'm broke. I'm all out of motors and broke, guys. I'm just saying, I'm all out of motors and broke. I cannot make them rotate. So, I don't know what to do with them. I would love to make them rotate one day, but that is going to be in the further future. What I mean by the further future is basically, whenever I get better at building rotating sirens, I'll probably try to turn all of the static sirens, I'm going to try to make these sirens that are supposed to rotate actually rotate. Like the Thunderbolt B series, like it originally rotated, but the motor was having too much strain on it, and it sometimes jammed up itself, so I gave the motor to the old Hurricane. And by the way, old Hurricane is actually a lot lighter than the B series. Well, the head is actually a lot lighter because, well, what would you think? Of course it's lighter because it's a paper horn. The B series has a 3D printed horn, so it's of course it's going to be lighter. The biggest siren I literally made that could rotate is literally the 130 that is all the way up there, guys. 130 is by far the biggest siren I made to rotate. Smallest one that rotates, it's actually the old Hurricane. Old Hurricane is, it could be the old Hurricane or the old 500. What I mean by small, like, I'm thinking of, like, the height. No, never mind. It's the old 500. Never mind. So, what I count as small, guys. Oh my god, I hate this. This is why I hate this tripod. It's not very stable. Anyways, like I was saying, guys. What the heck are you guys saying? My iPad is all the way over here. No, I'm unplugging it. I'm turning off its life support. Well, anyways, like I was saying, what I count as small for my sirens, it's like the length, the height, and the width. But the width of the old 500 is actually wider than the old Hurricane, but the old Hurricane is taller and longer than the old 500. So even though the old 500's width is wider than the old Hurricane, I am counting the old 500 the smallest because, like I said, it's 2 out of 3. What I mean by 2 out of 3 is, like, literally 2 things make him small to the old Hurricane, but 1 thing makes him bigger than the old Hurricane, which is his width. But the 2 things that make him small is his height and his length. So, yeah, so basically, old 500 is the smallest rotating siren, and the 130 is the biggest rotating siren. If I were to make all of my sirens rotate, well, most of my sirens rotate, it would have been the 3D Hurricane. That would have been the next biggest siren to rotate. But for now, they're all static. I would love to make them rotate, but for now, I don't have any plans to make them rotate. Matter of fact, I don't have the time. What? I meant I don't have the money to buy strong motors. Oh yeah, guys, the heaviest siren I have is the 130, obviously. I recently added some weight to his blower box so that it could stop his stability issue on the blower box. That worked, but it didn't fix his stability issue from his horn, though. His head. But whatever about that. So, anyways, going back to what I was saying. Dude, can you please stop calling me? Alright. Why would you delete it? Oh yeah, guys, just to let you know, I made my 2023-2001 to rotate with... I made my 2023-2001 to rotate with actual power. What I meant to say. I tried to give my 2023-2001 like sort of collector rigs, but it's more of tinfoil. But that kind of worked, but it didn't work out very well because the 2001 wouldn't rotate as smooth. It did work though. Wait. How did I not give that idea to the old Hurricane? I'm just saying, guys, if I were to do that again, I would give it to the old Hurricane. It's already complicated enough for the 130, but it's going to be really complicated with the two 500s. Most of the space is taken up by the batteries that they have. So... Oh, wait. No, it won't. Wait, I forgot. If I were to do that, then the battery compartments wouldn't be inside of them. They would have been in the outside, just like the Fresh 500. I'm going to try to attempt that. I'm actually going to try to attempt that, but I'm going to do it in the simplest siren that rotates, which is the old Hurricane. Whoa, I meant not simplest. I meant to say the siren that I could have a little bit more control over. Like, it's going to be more complicated in the 500s. Well, actually, the 500s are built different than the Hurricanes. Oh, wait. That'll also make it better, too. I was wondering, what happens if I hook up power to the... My head is braining right now. So, you know what? I'm tired with this dark light. Let's just turn off the damn light. And turn on the actual light. I'm blinded. So, guys, if I mentioned that 2023 version that I used tinfoil to be like the slip rings on the siren, it did work, kind of. I do kind of want to do it on my old Hurricane because look, we got a bit of spacing right here and we got exposed wires right here. I know the wires are supposed to go on the inside, but literally the inside is taken up by the choppers, so that's not an option. So I'm basically going to make it look like a B series Thunderbolt. I'm actually going to attempt that. I originally tried it with a metal spring, but that didn't even work out very well. It did kind of work, but it didn't work very well though. So I'm going to try to do that, guys. Should I do that right now, guys? Should I actually do that right now? Should I modify the old Hurricane? Like, the modification is actually going to be easy because, look, I could just take off his head, and there's the gear, and there's his 4 to 5 port. Matter of fact, the Hurricanes that are supposed to be 810, I'm not counting. Look, I said 810. I didn't say 1012 because 1012 would have been the 130. So, like I was saying, all my the 810 Hurricanes are 4 to 5s, and somehow these two actually sound like Hurricanes. The 4 port is kind of more dominant than the 5 port, and the 130 is literally a 5 to 6 to make it sound like a 1012. So basically, these 4 to 5s actually... Oh my god, I'm so sorry. These 4 to 5s actually sound like a 810 on the Hurricanes. It somehow sounds like an 810, despite them having a 4 to 5. I was expecting them to sound like a Model 2T, but nope, they sound like actual Hurricanes. But anyways, guys, before I do that, I'm going to go take a wee-wee real quick. So, I'm going to be back for a little bit. What's wrong, Thomas? What's wrong? Come on, Thomas. Should I try that, guys? Would you want me to attempt the kind of impossible on the old Hurricane? And let's see if it would actually work. Because if it does, he would be the first siren to work with actual... Well, I could finally work with him with the batteries freaking separated from his head. And I'm going to try to implement that with the 130. And then somehow do it to the 500s. I know the 500s has these belts that make it start up. Like, whenever the 500 winds up slowly. Like, whenever the... What? I meant to say, guys. Whenever the 500s wind up, they move very slowly. And then when they move full speed, they rotate, like, as their normal speed. But then when they slow down, they just kind of slow down. Like, just slow down, like... Just keep on going, even when the chopper is winding down. That's what I like, but it's going to be hard for me to do that. With such a scale for both of them. That one, I'm not too sure about that. But if I were to do that, I need to get dual shaft motors. Like I said. If I want that to happen, I'm gonna have to get dual shaft motors. But right now, they're both single shaft, despite them having a separate motor to make it rotate. No, like literally, the motors are inside of their little things. These little square boxes. You could see the motor from the old 500, and that's a new 500. I am sorry, and the motor wires from the old 500. It makes it look like that they rotate. It makes it look like they actually have slip rings, but whatever. New Hurricane is staring menacing. He is. But guys, should I actually attempt that? Should I attempt to do that on the old Hurricane? Okay. I'm going to explain again. So, back in 2023 on my 2001, I'm talking about the 2023 version 2001. I'm not talking about the 3D printed one. The 3D printed one is completely different than the 2023 2001. I originally tried to give it like tinfoil slip rings, but it did work, but it wasn't rotating very smoothly. So I eventually removed them, and I just did a switch. And that somehow, and whenever I did the slip rings, it actually worked. I think I already told you guys. I'm sorry. So if it worked, I was wondering if I could try to do it with a siren that I have a little bit more control of. Like, literally, it's going to be very simple for me to do that on the old Hurricane because, I mean, literally, we got a bunch of empty space right here, and his wires are exposed on the back. So it's going to be very simple for the old Hurricane, but it's going to be a lot more complicated with the 130 and the 500s. Should I attempt it, guys? Should I attempt it? Should I do that, guys? Should I attempt the so-called impossible? I like to call it impossible because I likely doubt it's not going to work. I likely doubt it's going to work. Why did I say I likely doubt it's not going to work? So it's basically saying that it's going to work. I likely doubt it's going to work. There you go. It means that it's not going to work. Not to? I mean, I would love to experience it. If it fails, I could just pull off the wires. That's all. Pull off the wires from the tinfoil, okay? Look, if it doesn't work, guys, I could just pull off the wires from the tinfoil and just rip off the wires from the little cardboard too. So basically, it's a simple removal. I'm tempted to do it. I do got a bunch of tinfoil with me right now. Let's do this. Let's do it. Come on, Thomas. Alright, let's actually do it. Let's go turn on the damn switch that connects to the printer, but I'm going to have to disconnect the printer and plug in the hot glue then. So let's go attempt this, guys. Old Hurricane, you're going to create history with my sirens. You're going to be the first siren. Well, actually, most likely the second siren. But the first siren out of the modern sirens I have. Look, I'm calling the 2023 sirens. Look, the sirens that I made it from 2023, I call them the 2023 sirens because they are completely different than 2024 sirens, which is basically the sirens that we are, well, currently looking at. Well, except for, few. But majority of the sirens are, look, Old Hurricane was part of the 2023 sirens. He was actually the second last siren I built from 2023. But I'm surprised that he still lived on. And he is 2 years old, guys. 2 years for this guy. That's kind of crazy to think that this dude is 2 years old, making him the oldest siren I have left operating. What I mean by left operating, like, not left operating. The oldest siren that I have that works. He has seen some upgrades, and the only original thing is his horn and his cap. The rest is just making him barely recognizable. The oldest siren that I have, guys, is actually this 2022 Thunderbolt. This 2022 Thunderbolt, guys. This 2022 Thunderbolt. There you go. And you can kind of see that little 1003 back there. That's part of the 2023 sirens. I mean, I do have some leftover 2023 sirens. Well, only a few. Here is the first 2023 siren I made, which is an SDL-10. And what would you expect? It will be on top of the SDL-10. It's not necessarily an SDL-10 since it only has 5 horns. But whatever. But let's go attempt it, guys. Let's go attempt the so-called impossible. Like I said, I call it impossible. But, oh no, the fire! Sorry, old hurricane, you're probably disgusted by me coughing. Could it just said at least cough you? I'm just joking. Nah, that's gonna make it worse. Anyways, let's go onto the ground. Let's go clear up this space because it's so freaking horrid down here with 3D printed supports, whatever random stuff there is down here. To make sure that he actually works, I gotta go plug him up somewhere. I need to make sure that he actually works. What I mean by actually works, like rotates. So let's go try to make him rotate first before doing the modification. And I'm not going to test him, obviously, because he doesn't have a battery compartment. And like I said, I'm tired of adding battery compartments on sirens that rotate on the outside. I'm tired of adding battery compartments to sirens. How do I say it? I'm tired of adding battery compartments on the outside of sirens that rotate. And you're looking at one right now. Since I used that strong super glue on the 130, I want to add that on the old Hurricane. But it's going to make it impossible to remove. So anyways, let me go clear some of this shrimp up. Dude, this is so damn messy. I need to clean my room more, but I can't do that because I'm so goddamn busy with all this. Anyways, where's that blue thing? Where's the blue cable that makes him rotate? I think I lost it. I'm going to be very angry if I don't find it. If I don't find it in a minute, I'm going to be angry. And what the hell just closed? Oh, I just found it in a few seconds. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's go drag the little cable thing down here. Let's go drag it down here. Hold on, guys. No! Okay. My phone was about to turn off. Oh my god, these damn there's too much cabling right now. There you go. Alright, I got it down. Let's go hook up to the old Hurricane. Last time I tested him, it was at one short of all my rotating sirens literally rotating. And we got the helicopter new 500. No! This is why I hate this tripod. Alright. Let's go test them. So, there you go. Oh, wow, he's actually rotating pretty fast. Whoa, how are you rotating so fast? I have never seen the old Hurricane rotating this fast, actually. Oh my god. Are we experiencing history? Old Hurricane would usually rotate really slow. He's actually pretty fast. Whoa! He's like excited right now. It's almost like he hasn't been rotating for a long time. So basically he is excited that he could rotate again. So that's why he's going so fast. Are you sure it changed the speed? I haven't tweaked any of the settings. Last time I checked the settings on this thing, not settings. Last time I coded this thing was literally when I coded it, which was a couple of months ago. Well, actually, not a couple of months ago. Well, yeah, it is a couple of months ago. It was back in February. So, yeah. Dude, look at you, old Hurricane. We are witnessing history from the old Hurricane rotating fast once again. Last time this boomer has rotated fast was all the way back in 2023, whenever he got motors that is just connected to his head that makes him rotate. Is he rotating? Is this speed actually similar to the actual Hurricane? Let me go see, actually. Let's go see how similar the old Hurricane is with his rotating speed. And it's going to be very appropriate if I were to use this type of Hurricane. Well, it's going to be very appropriate if I were to use this version of the Hurricane and it's spinning the other way. Let's see how fast are they both rotating. Alright, so I just decided to sync them. And it's going to look back. Yo, wait, what? So then, whenever they look at front of me, they're basically both going to look. Nope. Old Hurricane is actually faster. Oh no, he's slowing down. Here. Let's try it at this angle. Hold on, guys. Old Hurricane's fast, actually. Hold on, let's go try that again. So basically, I'm going to turn on the video again. Look, I'm going to start the video when he looks at me. Okay, so I put it right in front of me. So I'm going to put it right here. Now. So now let's go see how they both are working. Hold on, guys. Old Hurricane is struggling right there. Yo, the old Hurricane is actually somewhat accurate speed to an actual Hurricane. Well, kind of. He's struggling. He's probably struggling because he's kind of tilting downward a little bit and he's not very straight. Anyways, I feel like the motor is overheating, so let's just turn off the power now. Well, I literally have to turn it off so that he could actually stay looking at front because I prefer his angle to look right there. Hey guys, do you remember me saying that it's appropriate for me to use this type of hurricane? Please don't call. 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 Please let me be free. Please let me be free. Please let me be free. Please, please, please. I was just about to work on my Hurricane. When can you? God, why are you so damn obsessed with calls, man? I can't call every single goddamn day. Whew. What was I gonna do again? I hate this damn tripod. Oh wait, I forgot. I need to disconnect this thing. Turn on back the power so that I could warm up the hot glue gun. It's still pretty short. We're gonna be needing another box. Well, this is not necessarily a box. It's an empty spool of filament, and I smacked the old Hurricane. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I don't think you're going to forgive me. I am so sorry. Let's go get a nice position to the old Hurricane. I want to make him rotate one more time. Let's see. I want to feel how hot the motor is, actually. The motor's actually still cold. Well, not that cold. It is tiny bit warm. No, he slowed down. Ah, never mind. Yeah, no, he slowed down. It probably depends on what outlet I put it in. Because I put it in this one. Nope, it doesn't depend on the outlet. He is spinning in his usual speed that he rotates. Aww. It hasn't been 5 to 10 minutes whenever I was making him rotate. It's only been like 3 minutes. By the way, the motor isn't even that hot. It's still cold. But man, I'm not gonna lie. That experience of him rotating that fast was amazing. I was wondering if it's because of the plug. Never mind. Yeah, he doesn't have that much weight back here. So I'm kind of glad that I added that battery compartment so that the batteries could support his weight. since you could guys see. Lean on me. Here, let's make him rotate fully again. I'm going to be honest, that was fun to see him rotate that fast. But now he is back to his usual speed. What is it? Old Hurricane is now back to his usual speed, which is kind of sad. But whatever. I mean, it was kind of fun. Here, I want to see that rotating Old Hurricane, meaning fast. My God, man, he's just so amazing. Look at his speed. Like literally a few minutes ago. Look at his speed on rotating. And now he is just slow. Slow Cane. Man, his speed was literally... Oh yeah, since his speed was faster, it actually fixed this stability issue. Like, he wouldn't slow down that much. Well, kind of. He wouldn't, like, stutter. There, that's a better word. Like, look at his speed. And look at it compared to the actual Hurricane. Literally almost accurate speed. And you guys could tell that I used the 2023 SirenCon Hurricane because literally I like to call that his father because he is using a Thunderbolt blower. And look at the old Hurricane's blower. Look at how fast he's moving. And then now he's back to being slow. Oh, well, it was fun while lasting, though. How are you doing today? I'm fine. I was just about to modify my old Hurricane with sort of collector ring. I hate this tripod. This is why I hate it. Well, I'm doing this tinfoil thing I'm doing this tinfoil thing again. What I mean by tinfoil thing, like, I'm going to add tinfoil, like, it's going to be sort of like collector rings. I did this once in the past, and it worked pretty well. Kind of. But let's see how it's going to work on the old Hurricane. Since the old Hurricane is a lot more simpler. And look at this empty space. I could just basically add some space. I think it could work, actually, because look. But before I do that, let's go test the old Hurricane real quick. Before I add these, well, things to him. Make sure it's spinning the right way. Which way is it spinning? Okay, so red wire's back. Blue wire's... okay. He's not going to be that loud, obviously, because he's literally the siren that has the smallest chopper. He also doesn't have his blower, so it makes sense. Here, let's go try some of these real quick. I mean, he does have a pretty smooth wind down. Let me go try this again. Let's go test them one more time. The wires are not long enough. Guys, balance old Hurricane. Balance old Hurricane. I'm literally standing old Hurricane on the tripod. No! Old Hurricane! Okay. Dude, these wires are way too short. I can't add, like, 2 batteries to it. Here, let's just put them on the ground. Let's just put them on the ground. Dude, oh my God, please. He's not working. Why aren't you working with 2 batteries? I probably grabbed a dead battery. Yep, he works. Chopper test is successful. It's not like the 2023 Hurricane where it hasn't tested for 25 years and the chopper was being stuttering with them. Well, actually, the chopper was being a B word to them. And I haven't tested old Hurricane in a while, actually, for like a couple of months. Can you buy a I thought you said rectangular battery, but no, a rechargeable battery. I'm broke. Remember, I'm broke. But when I do get money, I actually plan to get them. Anyways, let's go remove old Hurricane's thing. So we're gonna have to disconnect this thing, which I hate doing, because one day I'm just gonna break the whatchamacallit. Look at that. I don't like that lean, but it was built with that. By the way, it makes him rotate somehow better with that. Anyways, let's go tear this. Not tear it off, just somehow just take it off. And then put this back on. And he works like that. And now he looks like the 2023 old Hurricane. 2023 Hurricane. You guys, you know what's funny? The old Hurricane was made back in 2023, and the SirenCon Hurricane 2023 was in 2023, like I just said. What motor do you use to power the... Oh, I actually used that drone motor. I know those things suck. They overheat pretty fast. So that's why I love to do this modification, because I would love to do attack mode on this. What I mean by attack mode, like literally, I could finally do attack mode, like just disconnecting and reconnecting batteries on the ground, instead of just taking them off and on from the old Hurricane. I actually have never done that before. So basically that shows you how risky it is. R130 DC motor. Let me go search that up real quick. No, not that type of motor. Not that motor. I'm talking about a drone motor, not that type of motor. Like, literally a drone motor. If I could try to show you. Nope. You could barely see. I mean, you can kind of see a little bit of it right there, but nope. It's literally that small drone motor. That small, tiny drone motor. Yeah, I used that on my old Hurricane. I actually used the same type of motor on the B series. And the 1000 originally had it, but apparently it got destroyed. So that's why now he has that type of motor. Literally, the motor that you suggested. And it would be the same for the 1003. Even though it doesn't have a smooth wind down for both of them, I'm glad I replaced them because the motor doesn't overheat that much anymore. But the motor does overheat for the old Hurricane, though. It will be the same for the B-Series Thunderbolt. That's why I am very crucial about them. What's making them so wobbly? What the heck? Let me go look at this thing real quick. Oh my god, old Hurricane. So that's why it's not straight. So that's why he keeps on like tilting kind of backwards like that. What I mean by backwards, like, look at that. It's because of this little slope right here. That's not good. Because look, if I stand him up straight, you could see the gap. So basically, he would tilt downward whenever he looks that way. And it's risking him to touch the rotator box. And one day, he might actually touch it. But I likely doubt that's going to happen. So I'm going to do this modification real quick before giving him the initial so-called impossible. Here, let's give him a little bit of a thicker cardboard so that this cardboard has no wavy things, but I'm going to use a cardboard that has the wavy things. But I need to find the good measurement, though. So I'm going to take this piece of cardboard. Let's just throw it in right here. Make sure it's pretty straight, because if it's not going to be very good. Anyways, this, and then just cut it off right there. All right, gonna fold it to make sure that it also works on the other side. Alrighty then. Put it in right there. And I realized that it slipped, but I somehow caught it. No, it's going to upward. We're gonna have to cut off a little bit more. Yeah, but I don't want to remove the motors from the 1003 and the 1000. I'm fine with them being in there. Oh yeah, look. Here's a little 3D printed one. And sometimes I like to do this with the whatchamacallit, 5-port chopper. The 5-port chopper. So basically that's how it's gonna look. Sometimes I like to do that. R150. What the hell does that look like? Hold on. What is a 150? R150. What the hell? Oh. Wait. Is that what I think it is? Oh, never mind. Wait, what's the 140 look like? Oh, I literally have that on my Fresh 500. I literally have that type of motor on my Fresh 500. No joke, he actually has that motor. As a matter of fact, there's only one type of motor that I have of that kind. That motor, I only have one of that motor. Well, actually, I have two. There's one in the SDL10, and there's one in the Fresh 500. But the 150, I don't have that. 12-port siren? What do you mean 12-port? What do you mean by 12-port siren? What siren that I have that is 12-port? I said that is 12-port, not has a 12-port. That is a 12-port. Hey, where's my band? There it is. Last piece. I'll kill you. There you go. All right. I'm going to put my iPad right here. Hello. I can't stop doing that. It's just something wrong with my humor. Anyways, let me go apply glue to this danky piece of cardboard so that old Hurricane could finally rotate without like a sloping thing. No! Fargle! Fargle! Where is it? Actually, let's go remove it whenever the glue settles. No, I don't want to remove the gear though. It's perfect like that. We're gonna have to somehow remove that glue, guys. I accidentally added glue right here, and that's not good because I am not making that part very rough on the old Hurricane. Remove the glue. I can't use the X-Acto blade because I can't trust myself. And by the way, sometimes it would just speed up on me. What I mean by speed up on me, like, literally, it would go pretty slow and then it would go fast. And I don't have and I don't have the time to react before it would literally cut off my arm. That is exaggeration, but it's going to cut my skin. I can't get my nails in there because my nails are so much more better to do that. Where's my thing? I'm just going to use this thing. It's so weird that I gave Old Hurricane his original... It's so weird that I gave Old Hurricane his original gears I 3D printed literally a year ago. What I mean by that, like, whenever I gave Old Hurricane this stepper motor that the B-Series originally had, I gave the Old Hurricane the 3D printed gears that the B-Series had, but those gears actually sucked. They weren't very good. So I decided to give him back his original gears, which is the blue gears that he's currently wearing. And somehow the gears that he has works so much more better. I mean, it makes sense because of the spacing that they have is so terrible. That's why he would tend to slow down and then go fast. It's almost like he has belts. It's almost like he has belts and he's rotating. Like, it's almost like he has belts and he's like doing attack mode. Well, it's weird to do attack mode when he's just... I'm not sure if that's smooth enough. We're going to have to go test him with the thing now. But before I do that, I'm going to go put on his rotator box back because the rotator box has that little cardboard tube in it that will make the thing a little bit more stable. So let's go rotate him real quick. Connect that. And then connect this. And then plug it in to this. Oh, we got Fast Hurricane again. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, I don't have a fan motor. No motor. Like, this is what I mean. He looks like he's doing attack mode when he has belts. Like, look at him slow down right there, and he speeds up. It's like... like that. Like, he slows, like, it's like he's doing attack mode. Like, he's gonna speed up right here, and it's like winding down, and then speeds up, winding down, and then he speeds up like that again, and then he's like winding down, and then it's like he has belts. That's what I mean. It's like he has belts. But that rotating actually worked. And now he's a lot more stable. So that's good. And I would like to note that he barely stutters by going this way now. So that's also another point right there. But right now, it is time to finally do the thing. Disconnect that. Pull it out. Put it right there. Take off the rotator box. Put it right there. Now it's time to actually do the thing, guys. Well, before I do it, guys, I am planning to redesign his rotator box. Like, I don't like doing the method that I just did. I'd love to do like the actual design of the actual Hurricane, like where there are screws right here, and then you just unscrew it, and then front and back half just come off like that, and reveal the Hurricane. I am planning to do that, but I don't have screws on me. Well, no, I do have screws. I have like 1 billion of them from dismantling those toys that I did like literally 2 years ago for making these sirens. Oh my god, that is so cursed. Alright guys, let's go do the impossible. But before I do that, I need to find wires because these wires are too short. Well, except for the blue wire. The blue wire is actually in a pretty good length that I want it to be. But the red wire, it's not very good. So I need to somehow find a wire. No, there is a wire somewhere. I put it somewhere. I do remember me finding a white wire. I'm going to have to be careful for where I'm stepping. I did find a white wire somewhere. I nearly burnt my leg from the hot glue gun. Hello, white wire? I put the white wire somewhere. Where did I put it? There's obviously gonna be nothing up here. SpongeBob just chilling right here. I'm gonna put him on the 130. Where is it? Is that the white wire? Wire! That rhymed! Liar! Wire! That somehow rhymed, but whatever. I put it the white wire somewhere. Here's the abundance of batteries. Ah! There's the white wire! Oh, and a black wire. That was easy. So we got an Oreo colored wire now. Got the wires. I'm gonna die her. That's so bad of rhyming right there. Dude, this is why I hate this tripod. I can't balance that well with this damn tripod. Literally. Whatever. Anyways, let's go extend that wire. Before I do that... Man, the white wire is a lot more harder, so let me go get my scissors. Even though that's a bit... I am so sorry! There you go. Just chill right here. Actually, can the thing fit? That is the most cursed hurricane I have ever seen. Actually, can I just put him like this? Yeah, I could. I forgot I could just leave him like that. Anyways, where's my scissors? There are my scissors. I'm gonna have to cut this off camera because I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Ha, I got it! Let's give it to the red wire. I might have to extend this side a little bit. Alright, let me go hook up the wires. Off camera again. And before I do the other things, I'm usually, whenever I add extension to the wires, I would usually do a little test on the hurricane to make sure that it actually works. Where is the batteries? There are the batteries. No! No! There you go. I would love to upgrade his blower to be more powerful. And that's what I mean. He has a stability issue right there because look at that. I mean, that's why I said whenever I want to make him rotate, whenever I make him rotate, I'm going to have to add this thing because look, it has this little tube right there because look, I'm not holding the head. I'm actually holding the little base part of the little rotating gears mechanism, whatever it's called. And look at that lean. That shows you how unstable it is. Like, look, I could just wiggle it. Like, look, even the motor is tilting it. I hate this tripod. It's not very stable. Does the Thunderbolt have a rotate? No. Well, not anymore. Wait, Thunderbolt? Which Thunderbolt? I have 3. Which Thunderbolt? I have 3. Well, it's obviously not the 1003 because apparently... Well, it doesn't even have a rotator box. So which 2? Which one is it? Which Thunderbolt are you talking about? So, which Thunderbolt are you talking about? I'm just wondering. I'm confuzzled right now. Hello? Are you gonna tell me which Thunderbolt are you talking about? The white one? That one? I literally just said it's obviously not this one because apparently this one doesn't have a rotator box. So which Thunderbolt are you talking about? I am still wondering, which Thunderbolt are you talking about? White? Dude, I literally just said it's not... Well, no. This one doesn't rotate. No. Why would you think that one would rotate? Why would you think that one would rotate if it's already hard enough? Yellow? That one didn't even rotate. How am I going to connect the wires? How am I going to connect the wires to the thing now? I gotta make sure that they're straight as possible because I don't want them to be so damn wrinkly. Whenever they're wrinkly, it's gonna have some weird... Which one rotates? None of them. None of the Thunderbolts rotate. Okay, I'm gonna try to make sure that I don't wrinkle up the tinfoil. Because if I do that, that's... Oh my god! I'm such an idiot! I forgot I could just display them like this! So, wait then. What am I gonna use to connect them? I need wires too. I need wires to connect him to the... I got that black wire on me. Where's the black wire? Yo! Where's the black wire? Where's the black wire? You... 5-port siren? What 5-port siren? I don't even have a 5-port siren. Oh, you're talking about this thing, right? If you are, it doesn't work, obviously, because you literally could see that this little motor is 3D printed. And I don't even have any 5-port sirens. Like, single-tone 5-port sirens, to be exact. I lost the black damn wire, man. Wait, what kind of hurricane is that? Old hurricane? I'm just joking. It's an MK2 type hurricane. With a Thunderbolt blower. It's not... It looks like a Thunderbolt blower. But that's old hurricane's blower. This type of hurricane is an MK2 or Mark II, whatever you like to call it. Square horn is an MK1 or 130. I know I did probably lost a wire, or it probably went to KFC. Whatever. Whatever would work in your mind, guys. Where is it? 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 Look at this blue thing. So, I lost the black wire. No. Can you check the drawer? I literally just checked. Here, I'm gonna check in this drawer. So I'm gonna be careful of where I'm stepping at. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long day. Just make sure that you balance properly. Here, you look at 130's blower right now. Well, I am looking for the wire. Well, wires to complete Old Hurricane's whatever it's called. I forgot. There's destroyed Oh, this is where the... Wait, is this where the Model 20 and the SD10 is? Oh, please, you better tell me. They have to be in here. They are not in here. What? What about this one? No one's been mounted up there. Yo, I can't believe that I'm still crashing out over... What was this? Oh, that's right. The old hurricane. If you guys are telling me to... Hey, look! It's the X1 manual. Italian? Italian language? Wow. Dude, I'm actually gonna take out these things real quick. Yep, Italian language. Alright. So, and look at these broken motors. Just like you know, the bases on those motors broke. So there's no point of trying to fix them. So, there is no wires. Dude, I am going wire hungry right now. I thought I had unlimited stock of wires, but I'm going wire hungry again. Oh. There you go. I got one wire. I literally have to rip it off from an old toy that has been scrapped with wires. What's next? What can I rip off wires to from? No one. No. It can't be this dude. His wires are... Never mind. Let's go back carefully. Okay, I'm gonna go read your chat comments. What were you guys saying now? Do you got a 16V1TB siren? It's from the Philippines. You literally just said from Philippines. So obviously no. Hope you make a... No. I don't have any plans to make one. When you get done with your Hurricane, make yellow. I am not planning to make my old Hurricane yellow. Guys, whatever you say to my sirens, I am not going to paint them. I like their handcrafted look. The 1000 is separate from all of them, guys. 1000 is separate from all of them, so don't count them. Don't count them. Like, I'm just tired of people asking me to paint my sirens. Like, I'm obviously gonna say no because I like their handcrafted look on them. Like, I love to see the glue marks from the old Hurricane to show you that he is crafted. And whenever I paint him, he's just gonna... The look is going to be taken away. Well, not necessarily. The look is still going to be here by a few wrinkles, but still. Anyways. I'm going to go try to work out these wires real quick. Hold on. I am the blindest person in the world. The black wire was right here this whole entire time. Wow, I am the blindest person in the world. Well, I am blind. Because I could barely see anything. That is in a very obvious spot. Wait, how am I going to do this, though? Oh, wait, I could just add it to the walls of the... Alright, now I'm going to have to take off the wires. There you go. Now, this is a long black wire. So I'm going to connect this shorter black wire to the red wire. There's no batteries in there, so I could reuse this battery compartment. Where's my skizzers? There you go. The red wire is shorter than the black wire, so I'm obviously gonna have to do something to this shorter black wire. So I'm gonna hook it up to the red wire to make it a little bit longer and hopefully make it the same length as the black wire. Even though it's not gonna touch the ground, at least I could just add a battery compartment to the blower pipe again, like how old Hurricane used to be. Just like you know, guys, old Hurricane's original battery compartment, when he used to be pretty tall, his original battery compartment was attached to the blower pipe, actually. And there is a few scarring left from that. Anyways. So, how am I going to attach this to the wire with... How am I going to attach the wire without it, like, crashing out? Hold on, let me think for a minute. Dude, people record the hurricanes. Oh my god. Hold on, I need to be sarcastic real quick. Nah, really? I thought you saw someone recording a thunderbolt. There you go. The reason why I acted like that is because you literally said the most obvious answer ever. Anyways, let me go try to make this black wire exposed with a little bit of copper. There you go. 1. Sorry if I'm doing this off camera. 2. So, I got the wires, and somehow this wire with the shorter black wire is actually longer than the actual black wire, because look, if I line them up, you can see, what is it? Oh my god. So then, how am I gonna add this to the wires right here then? I don't know how glue would work. Want to eat a tennis ball? No! Why the hell would I do that? I'm gonna use tape to connect the, I'm gonna use tape to connect the, whenever it wraps around, I'm gonna use tape to connect to the, thing. Dude! No, it's not like it's not like it already rotated. What is this? What is this right here? What is this? Sorry for me being angry, but you literally just asked the most. I'm sorry to say this. You asked the most stupidest question. You could literally see he already rotates. I'm sorry to act like that, but you literally asked the most kind of obvious thing. Like, how do you not see this? And it's not covered up by the hurricane because you could still see it because the hurricane was right here. But whatever. It's alright. I'm sorry if I was acting like that. It's just that I get angry pretty easily over people who literally say obvious things. So sorry about that. But whatever. Anyways. Wait a minute. How am I going to add this other wire to the other side? How am I going to do that by adding this wire to the other side? How is that going to work? Hold on. My brain is actually malfunctioning. No wonder why I don't make this. I could just put it around the wire, but that's going to be a weird gap. Is normal? No. No. Stop testing it. Whatever you do, stop testing it. If there's smoke coming out, stop testing it. No, it's not. It's not fine. You're gonna destroy the motor. If there's smoke coming out of your motor, turn it off immediately. Are you telling him to go? Are you telling him a death sentence of a motor? Are you telling him to end his motor? It is not fine. Bro is telling you to end your motor. You're overheating the motor. And eventually, it's going to destroy it. Why would you think I would have my 1000 running on the R130 motor instead of a drone motor? Why would you think I would have the 1000 do that? Because the motor overheated. So that's one example right there. I know it's a different type of motor, but it overheated it. It's bad to overheat motors. Anyways, back to the problem that I'm dealing with. How am I gonna... That could actually rotate, that has working solenoids, that could... I don't know, it's pretty tricky. Oh, hello. How am I going to do this? By the way, how am I going to attach the wire to the... I could use tape. But tape doesn't go well with the cardboard, though. I forgot about that. Strap. God damn it, shrapnel. Guys, I am going through a midlife crisis. How am I going to do this? Yo, my brain is malfunctioning. This is why I don't... You can kind of see the reason why I don't do this to any of my sirens anymore. I mean, I'm kind of glad I didn't do... I'm kind of glad I stopped doing that. Like, I did that method on my 2023-2001, but I stopped it. Even though it did work pretty well, it was a pain in the butt to work with, though. Well, actually, the wires were on the inside, so... Never mind. But it was a pain in the butt to get it out with the straw, though. But I am working with a blower siren. I could just put the wires on the inside, but that is basically a risky, well, modification, so no. What? My glue gun is burning. I'm just joking. Use ever roam hand... What the heck is that? Handicap. What? I'm blind. Handicap. What is that? To eat spaghetti? That is the most... You just took that out of the blue for some reason. What was that? No, but look, this is what I'm saying. It's gonna have to overlap to make sure that power goes around it. But if I add glue right here, it's gonna cut the power from going around it. I mean, I get it. Look, I get it. Whenever the thing connects it, it's still gonna run. It's still gonna run around it, but it's not gonna make it as good though. I mean, I get it. It's still going to apply power to going around it. But since there's going to be so much resistance, like, all I know is that I have a feeling that whenever, if this blue wire is connected to right here, then it's going to have the highest resistance right here. And then whenever it rotates, the resistance is going to get lower and lower, and then it's going to get higher and higher. I think I'm saying the opposite thing. So basically what I'm saying is that if I attach that blue wire to here, and if this thing touches right here, it's going to have, so basically, it's going to have a nice voltage right here, but then whenever it rotates, the voltage is going to get lower and lower, and then it's going to get higher and higher until it reaches its peak whenever I put it right over here. But I do have a plan, though. I am thinking of trying to, somehow apply glue right here, but not too much. Yeah, I could actually apply glue right there. And then make sure that it doesn't hit right there. But before I do that, let's go wrap around the aluminum. Here, let's go attach the first dab of glue on the front of the old Hurricane. And I don't want to wrinkle this too much because when it gets wrinkled, it's going to ruin it. There you go. Whatever method I'm using, guys, don't try it. I likely doubt it's going to work. And then let's go apply glue right there. You know what's kind of funny, guys? Whenever I apply hot glue to something on the tinfoil, I feel the heat circulating around the tinfoil. I love that feeling for some reason. Oh my god, it's lifting up right there. I didn't know how to attach the blue wire, so it's just attached like that. And I'm trying so hard to try not to, wrinkle the tin foil. All right, let's go try to use my idea. All right, let's go try this idea real quick. Crap, I forgot to put the wire under. Hold on, I could try to save it. Never mind, I got it. Never mind, it's fine. So, this does not look that good. This is why I'm saying don't try the idea that I'm doing, guys. Don't try this. I likely doubt it's going to work, but if it does work, I'm going to be very surprised. It's going to have a very weird pitch drift. I guarantee that. Here, I'm going to put on the Hurricane right here. Since I'm so damn lazy to just put it on the ground. Help! There's a giant chopper following me! Anyways, let's go make this other collector rings. Sorry about that, Waylon. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, Waylon. Where's my skizzers? I lost the skizzers. Try not to wrinkle the tinfoil a bit too much. I'm trying to keep it as straight as possible. And oh my god, my phone is about to turn off. Alright. Okay, it's not that wrinkly, so that's good. I likely doubt this idea is going to work, but before I apply the other tinfoil, let's go try it. Let's go try to attach this thing. Let's go try it real quick. Let's see, guys, if it actually works. First time. Okay. Old Hurricane. Let's see if power is actually added to the tinfoil part. Alright guys, let's wish me luck. He's not very stable, so I'm gonna have to just put him on his rotator box and just do it from afar. Alright guys. Wait, I forgot. I added the wire right over here. Crap. So where are those wires that I have? I'm gonna try to use them. Here, let's use the black wire, since it's a lot shorter. Here, I'm gonna try something. It works! Wait, it works? Wait, what? The pitch is sounding very good. So now let's go turn it on from the opposite side of the wire. But let's go do that after I'm done with the attaching the wire, the tinfoil to the wire. Guys, it worked. Wow. Old Hurricane, are you about to make history? Let's find out. Anyways, for this one, I'm going to apply glue to this side instead of the other side, so that the sides are going to have equal... Crap, this tinfoil is too big. This tinfoil is too thick, guys. I'm going to have to trim it down. That's probably another thing that's probably going to risk powering it. Try not to crumple it. Oh my god, I hate this. Here, I'm going to show it on camera now. Alrighty then. Make sure it doesn't touch the other tinfoil, because if it does, it's going to cancel out the power. There you go. Alright, it worked. So now let's go disconnect. Did bro just say Darley SDH10? I was just wondering, what does the 10 stand for on the SDH10? I'm just wondering. What does the 10 stand for on the SDH10? I'm just wondering, guys. Can someone tell me what does the 10 stand for on the SDH10? I need to know. I know it's not the amount of ports that it has, or amount of horns, because SDH10 is a 12 port. 10 horsepower. Makes sense now. Okay. Okay, makes sense now. I could feel the heat. Anyways, the tinfoil is too large. I mean, too long. Alright. So now let's go apply glue right here. Make sure glue doesn't get on the tinfoil. I just wrinkled it. No! Make sure that glue doesn't get on the exposed tinfoil. So now let's go wrap this one around. Make sure it's pretty tight, because this side is the one that's connecting to the wire. And now let's just apply glue right here. Just only a dab of glue. Make sure there's not too much glue, though. Okay, so that flap is actually No, I don't want that flap to be existing. Alright, guys. Wires are connected. So, let's go see if this works. I'm going to try 2 batteries. So, we're going to try the back side of the Hurricane. And we're going to try to remember the pitch of the Hurricane. And then try it on the front side of the Hurricane. And if it's the same pitch, then it's successful. Sorry if I wasn't asking your guys. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm focused on the Hurricane right now. I can't multitask. Can you play Siren? No. I don't want to hold the batteries together. So I'm going to be needing a battery compartment. Let's use old Hurricane's battery compartment. So basically, I'm just going to attach this wire. There's that wire. This wire necessarily doesn't go anywhere, so I'm just going to have to just plug it in. Alright, guys. Before I try it, let me go test it with something that I could actually work with. Guys, is old Hurricane going to create history? What siren that has exposed? Here. 1000, I'm just going to borrow you real quick. Alright. Let's see if you actually work. You're going to be standing on old Hurricane's blower. And let's go test these wires if it actually works. I'm not hooking them up. I'm not going to like twist the wires on them. I'm just going to put it on. What? Can you make a sentry siren? No. Oh my god, my phone was about to turn off. Yo, it's kind of hard for me to do this. Hold on. Connect the dang wires. So, they're touching. Nothing is happening. I'm not done making sirens. I'm not done making sirens, well, anymore. The reason why I said I was done making sirens back then is because I didn't have enough room to put sirens anywhere. But since I have enough room now, I could basically make more sirens. Why would you think I would make a 1003? Why would you think I would make the 500 AT? The 16T was supposedly the last siren I built. And then look at all these sirens that came after him. 16T. I mean, not 16T. Look at all the sirens that came out after him. After the 16T, 2001. And before you guys yell at me, the 2001 16T is a custom 2001 siren I made. T128? No. T128s are too complicated anyways, so no. Here, I'm just going to try it without the wire because, look, I could just do this. And the batteries fell. Okay. Okay, it works. But I likely doubted the battery compartment. It's giving him enough power. So let me just try the batteries raw real quick. Yep, the 1000 still has that. I'm just going to put the 1000 right there because I'm too lazy to just put them back. You know what? I'm just going to try one battery since one battery works with the old Hurricane. All right, guys. Wish me luck. Making sure no tinfoil is actually touching each other. Here, let me go check. I'm going to go check real quick, guys. It is kind of touching right there, so I'm just going to flip up this thing real quick. All right, guys, let me go look. All right, no tinfoil is actually touching. All right, guys. Now let's go try this. Yo. I'm not sure if you guys heard that. Hold on. Let me go turn up the volume. Try this. You could barely hear it, but since you guys could barely hear it, I could actually hear it. It works. I mean, it's obvious that you guys could barely hear it because, well, fan. But also, he is not very high voltage on him right now. So, that's why I suggested 2 batteries. Alright, guys. Now let's go try this. Alright, guys, let's go try this. Is there something wrong? This wire wasn't even connecting that good anyways. Here, let's just use the longer red wire. And I can't even reach it. Great. There. Okay, so he makes a pretty good pitch. So now let's go try the front of him to make sure that if it could actually works. Which is also pretty hard to do because the horn is in the way. It works! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Old Hurricane is about to make history. Hold on, guys! Hold on! Old Hurricane is literally about to make history. Old Hurricane is gonna make history. Okay. Okay. But now it's time to test them with something risky. What I mean by risky is I'm not sure if it's going to apply actual power if I rotate him. Let's give him the rotating test now. So, let's go hook him up to the thing. So, guys, before I do it, let me go hook up the red wire back to the small black wire. This time, I'm going to try to do it a lot more better since that hookup isn't very good. Sorry if I'm doing it off camera, but it's the only way that I could see it better. There you go. And now I'm gonna go test it with the extended wire now. Let's go try this now. He turned off. No, the wire is having too much problems, so I'm just going to disconnect the wire for now. Alright, guys. Wish me luck. So now let's go actually do the test of him rotating. Wish me luck. Alright. Let's make sure that he rotates pretty good without the cover. Hold on, guys. Let's make sure he rotates pretty good without his rotator box cover because it has that little tube that helps stabilizes the little mechanism. Look at that lean, guys. Oh my god. Yeah, it's not very stable. It's gonna fall. Holy crap. Yeah, it's gonna fall. Alright, guys. Now let's go actually do it. I'm gonna turn this black wire real quick. Alright, wish me luck. Let's try it. Sorry, my hands are wet. Oh. It's obviously not gonna work because I'm holding it and I'm shivering so much. But so far, that is actually pretty good. So far, that is actually pretty good. Now let's try that again. Never mind, I'm too shivering. I'm too shivery right now. So, Old Hurricane works pretty well. But I'm shivering too much, so and also the stability issue is not helping it. I guess we're gonna have to do the part. We're gonna have to do the part now. Like, what I mean by literally modifying the rotator box to have wires. We're gonna have to modify the rotator box to have wires. Wait a minute, so then how am I gonna remove the rotator box then? So, what do you mean by a little down? Do you mean like it's horn tilting or something? If you refer to that, I literally just said that there is a stability issue from the rotating mechanism. So that's why I need the rotator box to make it work with. But right now... Hold on, guys. I don't have any more wires, so how am I going to extend the wires even more? The only wires I have is these short wires. Hold on, let me go rip them off. Well, that wire's not usable. Well, that goes down to one wire now. Great. Yep, it goes down to one wire. I got this green wire. Ha! Greendale! Ha! Okay. Anyways, let me go try to remove. Extend. No. There you go. Not there you go. Oh my god, man. The wire is so much more shorter. So where can I find long wires now? I cut it off too much now. It's not going to be very usable now. Oh my god. That's how short I can get it? Yeah, no, this wire is not going to work out. Look at how short this thing is. I need to find longer wires. Where can I find long wires, though? I don't have any place. I don't have anything that has long wires. Unless I rip off the wired headphones. I don't want to do that, though. I don't want to rip off the Cyclone's wires, even though its wires are too long. Dude, I can't call right now! Can you please leave me alone for one day? No, they're all gone. Well, all the toys that I destroyed with those wires are gone now. But I need wires. I'm wire hungry right now. I want to rip off the Cyclone's long wires, but I don't want to do that. Like, his wires are too long, but they're perfect though. So that's not an option right now. So I need to find some wires. Wait a minute. Guys, I just realized that I have this thing. I know a 9-volt battery is not going to work with the Hurricane, but first let me just try to do something real quick. Nine volt is too much for a Hurricane. I don't know why I suggested that. The 9-volt is too much for the motor, so the motor is not going to be that fast. No, I'm not trying it. How many sirens? 19. I have 19 sirens. Dude, where can I get more wires? I'm wire hungry right now. Look at this original blower pipe from the 130. So, where can I grab more wires? I had one thing that had wires, but where is it? Hold on, guys. I don't want to, though. I want to try to look in there, but I don't want to look in there. I'm too lazy to freaking put away all the things just to look for some wires. Cyclone's wires are perfect, but I don't want to use them. Wait a minute. If power could be applied from that side, what happens if I applied power to the other side? but I don't want to do that, though. I want, like, bare wires touching it, though. I have the sudden urge to take away Cyclone's long wires. Or, like, cut them somehow. But what's the point of cutting them instead of just taking them? I have the sudden urge to take Cyclone's long wires, but I don't want to do that, though. His wires are too long. No, his wires are too long, by the way. Way too long. I have the sudden urge to just grab it. Cyclone? I have the sudden urge to do it. I want those wires, but I don't want to do that. Because if I were to do that, I'm not sure if you're going to work. I'm not sure how you're going to work again. Where did I put that black wire at? I was wondering. I need those wires, Cyclone. You have extremely long wires. By the way, where's that black wire? Hold on, guys. Cyclone, you have those wires that I want. I would love to take them. But, how are you going to work? Those wires are connected to the shorter wires that connect to the motor. The shorter wires are the ones that connected to the motor, and the long wires are just extensions. I need them, Cyclone. I want them. I want them. If I want to make Old Hurricane possible, I want them. I got the black and green wire. Guys, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it. The sudden urge is tempting me. I don't have control over my body anymore. Guys, help! I don't have control. Holy crap! Those are some long wires! Oh my god, Cyclone. Oh my god, tiny Cyclone. Tiny Cyclone. Oh my god, someone. I have the sudden urge. Look at his wires, guys. Look at them. Look at how long they are! I thought the Fresh 500 was going to have the longest wires, but nope. Look at his wires! They're literally surpassing him! Before I rip off his wires, let's just hear one last test from him. Hold on, guys. If he would work. Cyclone, I'm gonna have to hit you. Damn, what is that weird vibration, man? You literally have the weirdest... You are literally the weirdest siren I have. Sometimes you work, and then other times you don't work. So, what is the problem with you? Is he spinning the right way? Nope, he's spinning the other direction. So the yellow wire is the one that's supposed to be the plus. The black wire is the minus. Alright, guys. Let's try 3 batteries now. He's probably going to work better with 3 now. I need them. Maybe these wires would go good on you. But I don't know. I need these wires. These are so long. I need wires. I need wires. Cyclone? I'm going to try to find some replacement wires real quick. These ones, they would go good, but they're too short. Look, it's not going to cut off power to the Cyclone. Because look, these little blue wires, these are the ones that connect to the motor. So the blue wires are the ones that connect to the motor. These longer wires are actually just the extension for the wires. But I don't want to do that, though. I don't want to rip off the wires from the Cyclone. That's why I just... That's why I want... You're gonna go... Alright, bye. That's why I want to, like... somehow do something. I need replacement wires. Now. I need Cyclone... I need to give Cyclone some replacement wires. Cyclone, before your longer wires are about to get ripped off, I'm going to give you some... Oh. But the light still works, though. Right? Does the light still work? It's probably the other side. Yeah, the light still works. I got an idea. But I don't want to rip off the wires from the lights, though. Dude! I am having a wire problem right now. I am having a damn wire problem. Are you sure these replacement wires are going to work with you? I mean, they're shorter, so they could work with shorter resistance. Here, since this light works, I'm just going to cut off a fair bit amount of it. But I could still try to, like, remove the cover part of the wires from the light, so I could just extend the wires. Alright. Now let's go rip off the little ends. What is it? What is it? What? At this point, I should just put people in timeout that are just freaking spamming my name. You're going to print a sign. Why did you need me to know about that? I mean, I guess that's good for you, but whatever. Cyclone, I think these wires are going to go good with you. You have way too long wires, guys. So, let's do it, Cyclone. But first, I'm just going to do it very carefully, Cyclone. Make sure that I don't rip off the blue wires, okay? Guys, don't you worry. The Cyclone, I'm removing his wires very carefully. Make sure that the blue wires doesn't get cut off. Alright, I removed the wires. So here's his little tiny blue wires. Oh my god, it's so sad to see him like that. But don't you worry. We're going to give him the smaller wires, though. I hope you guys are not wondering if I could have just cut off the wires instead of just removing them. If you guys are wondering that, I am not doing that because, literally, that's going to shorten the wire, and I need really long wires. Did that just do what I think it did? Sorry, Cyclone. There you go. Cyclone, I know you don't like this, but this is the only option I have for the old Hurricane. By the way, your wires were way too long. Let's go see if 2 wires would work. And by the way, you need 3 AA batteries to make you work in the right pitch. So let's see if 2 wires with 2 fresh batteries is going to work with you. Your wires are still long enough to handle 2 batteries, but not 3 anymore. So, here is... It's so sad to see him like this. But now let's go see him testing. It works. So Cyclone doesn't need 3 wires now. I mean, Cyclone doesn't need 3 AA batteries now. He works with 2 now. But sorry we had to do that short extension. And by the way, guys, my freaking iPad died. So I can't read chat comments now. Well, for a little bit. I'm going to try to read chat comments on my computer. So, let's just try this real quick. You guys are going to be staring at the sirens for now. It's so audibly quiet. It's kind of funny. Pooh. The fuck? So that's a bit weird. Oh, there you go. Alright, guys. Let me go try something now. Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Hold on, guys. Oh my god! Yo! Don't scare me like that! Holy crap! I don't know why I'm doing this, even though it's literally the worst in... Oh my... It's literally not a good month right now! I don't know why I had to see that, even though it's not a very good month for that right now. Dude! Okay. I'm on the stream on my computer now, so I could finally read your guys' chat comments. You have AAA batteries. Your birthday's coming up, okay? No, not the iPad. You like the Cyclone. It's almost midnight. It's not even midnight for me yet. You're going to bed at 7 a.m., 2 a.m. Okay. So, guys, Cyclone is alright. The wire removal was pretty successful, actually. So now, let's hear him. Cyclone, I really like it that Cyclone has this nice low voice, despite him being like a tiny siren. I really love it about my mini sirens that they look, whenever I make them, they are so small that it looks like that they will have a nice high pitch sound, like how I expect tiny things. But since the Cyclone is an 812, He sounds like a nice low 812. Not like a underpitched 812, like a nice 812 sound. But he has that nice little low voice. But anyways, let's go back to the hurricane. What time is it in your area? It's 10:53. So it's nowhere near midnight for me yet. For me, when it turns midnight, it's 12 a.m. So, yeah. Anyways, let's go connect these wires to the long A wires. Dude, I still remember that incident happening literally a year ago. I am so glad I am not myself a year ago anymore. Man, I am so glad I changed a lot. 812. Wait. 1214 port. Alright, guys. And obviously I'm going to pair up the black wire with the black wire. It's just kind of weird that it's just so oddly silent. That was actually a nice putting together wire right there. There you go. Wires are connected. So now we're going to have to somehow put the wires inside of the rotator box. I don't care. I'm just joking. No, we're going to have to charge my phone in a little bit. Don't you dare spam charge in the chat. If you do, I'm going to end the stream. And you don't want me to do that. Okay, let's go remove the plugger thing. No! Okay, never mind. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. There you go. Let's go put old Hurricane in here. Let's see where those exposed wires are going to be. If he's rotating like that, I need the wires to be in a nice, steady position. Here. I'm going to do it like the 2001. Oh, no! Okay. Phew. I don't know why I did that stupid option. I don't know why I did that. I nearly destroyed his chopper. The tube is thin enough to go through literally everything here to make it to the chopper. But here, I got an idea for the old Hurricane. If I want it to be in a nice, even look, I'm going to put a piece of cardboard between the wires so that they could, well, stay in position. I'm so hungry that I'm just joking. I'm hungry. I'm going to search up how to be not hungry. But right now, no. Make sure the wires are pretty clear too. Make sure there's nothing on the wires, like no gunk, nothing. This is probably not a good idea to connect the wires. This is probably not a good idea. But it worked last time on the 2001, so I hope it works with this. Alright. So now, let's go grab a piece of cardboard. I'm going to fold it. So I need a Sharpie real quick. I'm just going to take a blue one, I guess. No, I marked up my nose! It doesn't matter what color. If it's the black one, if the black one is the minus and the red one is the plus, then what would yellow be? I'm just saying. If the black one is the minus, and if the red one is the plus, what is yellow? Or what is green? The reason why I'm acting like this is because the wires that I'm using, it literally differs in color. Literally, it differs in color that basically, you could just basically use whatever wire. You could use the red one as minus, and you could use the black one as plus. So basically, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I'm using the Sharpie just to mark up where the wires are going to be touching. But make sure that they are nice and neat. Come on, old hurricane, get some balance. Come on, get some balance. Get the balance. There you go. All right. Now let's... What was that noise? It's other wire hot? What do you mean? No, stop, 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 stop whatever you're doing. Stop whatever you're doing. Stop whatever you're doing. If you're applying power to the hot wire, stop it. Stop it. You're overheating the wire. Stop it. There's too much power going in through that wire. Stop it. You gotta stop the wire. You gotta stop it. Stop it. You stop. Stop it. You gotta stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Please. Don't do that. It's gonna melt the wire. Matter of fact, it's gonna destroy the wire. And matter of fact, make it catch on fire. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but whatever. Catch on fire. It's gonna make it catch on fire. Where's the other piece of cardboard? I just had the piece of cardboard on me. There you go. Okay, for some reason, this shrimp... Okay, so I could just calculate where the wires are going to touch. I'm going to try to do it. This one right here, and this one right there. Okay, you could go back to your place, old hurricane. There you go. So that's where I'm going to glue the wires. Ah! You better not use the yellow wire. You better not use the yellow wire. I better not use the yellow wire. It's going to destroy my siren. I better not use the yellow wire. Oh, no. I better not use the yellow wire. Oh, no. I better not use the yellow wire. It's going to destroy the motor. Oh, no. I better not use the yellow wire. No, that is monsters. I cannot use the yellow wire. Oh, no. What do you mean by that? Like, literally, what do you mean by that? Is this racism? You're going to buy... Okay. Is that racism? Dude, I use other type of colors of wire. Like, what does blue do? Heh, that rhymed. No. I hate it when the glue gun does that. It's slipping. So I gotta do something very risky. I'm gonna have to do something very risky. There you go. And then just squirt it. Squirt it. It's not coming out, actually. The glue gun is still warm. Owie. Yo. It's not getting good grip on it anymore, so I'm gonna have to just Why is it not working? Get the Arduino stuff off. There you go. Crap, I got it all over the filament. And no matter, it's not like I'm not even gonna use the filament. So where's the black wire? There it is. I'm gonna attach it to the red wire and the black wire to the red. What? No, I'm not doing that. No, that's gonna cut off the power. I meant to say I'm gonna connect the red wire. I'm gonna connect it from the red wire and then connect it to the black wire. Make sure that they are both in a similar distance from each other, because I don't want that. I don't want any of them to be taller than the other. Anyways, where's the other cardboard piece? I'm just gonna use this piece. Come on. There you go. So now they are equilibrium. What did I just say? I just used a freaking weird word. There you go. Now the wires should now touch. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, apparently my calculations are not good, because apparently one of the wires are way too short. They're too downward. I'm just gonna take the black wire. What the heck? Glitter glue? I didn't even use glitter glue. I'm gonna take the black wire and just take it off. And then just put it on the longer side. Oh, yeah, that's where the Sharpie is. Okay, so I'm an idiot. Hold on, I gotta go smooth out the Sharpie. Smooth out the black wire. Make sure it's also in the right length with the red wire. Dude, why does it look like it's the same spot as before? So I'm going to scooch it up a little bit more. All right. I don't know what to use now. Sorry if I'm doing this off camera, guys. I get more focus off camera. I get more focus whenever it's up to my face. Here, let's go kind of extend this a little bit more further out here. No, I mixed. There you go. Make sure those bits are nice and well. You been down? Wow. What did I just say? I have no idea what he just said. All right. I'm not sure how it's gonna touch the wires. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to go on my knees for this part. Ah, my knee! Well, that was kind of weird that I was going to go on my knees and then I hurt my knee in the process. I don't like that. But before I do that, let me go check. Yeah, it works. Okay, good. So it needs to be in the middle of that one. Is Old Hurricane about to make history, guys? Old Hurricane is literally about to make history of my sirens. Like, I'm just saying. Now, careful with the scissors with that wire. I don't want any... I mean, it's kind of weird that I'm doing this 2023 method 2 years later. Alright. Let's go glue it down now. That's actually not a good place to put glue at. Alright, guys. If the wires could go down, there you go. So let's just make sure that it needs to. I likely doubted that this is going to work, and my phone is at 10%. Let's just test it raw. Let's see how well it works. That somehow works, guys. That somehow works. Hold on, guys. Let's go try something now. 2 batteries. All right. Now let's go test them. Rotating properly now. Oh, wait. It's not connected. I forgot. Oh, crap. Make sure he does a nice full rotation. Now he's stuck. Hold on, I'm going to make sure that you should charge your phone. Well, I can't do that right now. I'm going to do that. Look, it's always that my phone is about to die whenever I'm almost finished with something. Alright, guys. Wish me luck. Let's go see this. I likely doubt it's gonna work. And the wire is literally pushed out of the way. Now let me go try this again. Yep, the motor's overheating. I heard that rubbing, that's not good. Dude, I gotta try this one more time. My back is hurting. Oh my god, I'm toppling downward. Yeah, guys, I think I might have to do this off camera, which is basically gonna have to turn off the stream for this because there is still some flaws about this. Damn, his chopper is literally... Dude, I can't remove his head. So, where are the batteries at? On my email? What? Email on what? Email on what? Oh my God. And the wires just keep on coming out and in and out. Let me go see this real quick. My God, I hate it when cables are getting tangled with each other. I think I got an idea. Guys, if my phone dies, that's just gonna be the end of the stream, by the way. Just for your information, guys. If my phone dies, there is no continuing of the stream, so there won't be a part 2 of this stream. I think it's safe to say that the chopper is cooked. So that's interesting to hear. So what seems to be the problem, old Hurricane? Hold on, I could just look through his hole. Yep, the motor is overheating. Hold on, guys, hold on. Yeah, his motor is overheating. I had to push up the chopper now. Now it doesn't want to work anymore. Guys, my back is atomizing right now. Turn off the motor. It's not like the motor is off. It's not like the motor is already off. So why did you tell me that? Why did you tell me a freaking useless thing? Yeah, the wires are probably not connecting. Yeah, the wires are not connecting. Okay, so that's why. I gotta make look, the reason why I gotta test it one more time is because I gotta make sure that it still works. I mean, actually not still works. I meant to say to make sure that the chopper is centered properly. So let me go try this real quick. And it just disconnected from the motor. Okay, that's it. So I guess that's all for the stream now. So stay safe. If not, you're gonna get hurt.